Hello and welcome to my happy farm, Louisiana. I wanted to welcome new subscribers. My name is Dani. Today you're going to be getting a faceless tour of my no-dig garden. Started this garden a couple years ago with just a small little patch using some cardboard, some compost, and some rugs to smother the grass. And I'm pretty excited that I have this size of garden with no tilling and no raised beds, and basically my goal was not to spend any money. So I can encourage other people to grow food even when you don't have a budget. So let's get after it. So you saw in a previous video we built this arch trellis, so we'll just go start over this way, although I do want to point out that the potatoes are looking the most awesome right now. Something to know about this time of year is this garden teaches me patience, because everything's about to explode, but right now it's in a stalling period and it can be a little bit frustrating to wait. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're a new gardener, or let me know if you feel that way too. So I've got some tomatoes I started from seed in pots. I don't know which tomatoes they are. We're going to have to find out. I planted about 4 different kinds, but I tried to do them in pots this year. 4 of my pots got taken over by ants, so I moved the ones that weren't taken over by ants. But we're starting to use this new method of taking ants from one pile and putting them on another ant pile, and then they like fight to the death, and it works pretty good. So over here we have 1 cucumber popping up to grow up our trellis, so that's exciting. All of this that you see right here is microgreens that I'm letting get bigger, and I just grab them and throw them in my smoothie. So kind of just like a cover here. And I have a bunch of snow peas that are kind of failing. So you look down all along the fence, you can see them. They haven't gotten very big. I think it's too warm for them. So let's go look at this spinach. And right here I have cilantro, and this is a turnip, I think. It might be a radish. But this cilantro it has fallen down, but as you can see, it's flowering and it's just gonna lay here. The worms are gonna be happy under it, and it's gonna put out a bunch of seeds. So I always let my things go to seeds. I've got spinach going to seed over there, because then I can plant more. So you can see the top of this go into seed, so that's exciting. These are Brussels sprouts that I tried to grow over the winter again and failed, but it's looking kind of cool. So let's look at this one. So we just had a really heavy rain, so there's a lot of rain on this, but you can see where it will be forming the Brussels sprouts. But I think that this one is starting to try to go to seed. It's been here since November, so I'm going to let them go to seed so I can have more seeds though, right? And I'll just try again. I don't know if we have the right climate for Brussels sprouts or not. So here is the spinach that I planted not too long ago. And it's doing well. It's pretty small. And it's getting hot, so I'm not sure how this is going to do. And then beyond here, just some little kale. Just starting. Again, it's going to get hot, so I'm not sure how that's going to do. I have cucumbers and Malabar spinach planted all around this fencing. And I try to make paths so that my children and I know where to walk. So you can see you can walk wherever there is, not plants. So this is the spinach, and it's going to seed. So I've never grown spinach to seed, so I'm going to let this go, and hopefully then I won't have to buy more spinach. So that's why I always buy heirloom seeds, so that they're not genetically modified and you can keep your seeds. So pretty cool looking. It's pretty neat to let a plant live out its life cycle. And I have a little okra coming up over here on the side. Alright, so like I said, patience. As you walk down here, it doesn't look like much. There's some kale. I think that's a cabbage. This kale's doing awesome. The rest of them were pretty squished up, so I kind of tried to move them away, but this one's doing beautiful. This is the Scottish curled kale, and I've just been harvesting, throwing that in the smoothies. There's a few more kale down this way. And then right here are the green beans. This is all the green beans we will need. This will give us more than we can eat, and I'm probably gonna have to can some or give away. So you really don't need that many plants. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 20 plants. So that's plenty. And then just beyond that, not doing as well, these are Lima beans. They're getting a little ate up. But there's a few. So first time growing Lima beans. After a while, I'm going to come through here and mulch all of this because you can see that it's trying to get all weeded with grass. And then here are the black beans. And I gave them something to grow up because I noticed last year that they wanted to grab something. So there's just like 6 black beans. It was just one pod of black beans from last year, and I put them in the ground. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see if we can step out of here. All right, and then we've got the strawberries. So you can see I have a path so you know where to go. Strawberries. Lots ready to go. Gotta come pick some today. And then I have a couple more okra here and here. I'm that kind of gardener, I'm just throwing stuff down. So we've got some watermelon coming up right there and right there. And then here is my row of corn, and I've got little mini pumpkins growing inside of the corn. So there are about 18 corn plants, and then the pumpkins. Alright, and then over here I've got some more spinach that's finishing up and going to seed. Look at the size of that leaf though. Most plants, the taste changes. Whoa. The birds are happy because it just rained. Okay, so then more squash through here. It's probably going to be a lot. I think these are those little mini pumpkins. I'm not sure. I do know that in this row I have zucchini, and there's a volunteer next to it. I think that's the volunteer. And then zucchini, I think. Probably too many zucchini. Alright, and then let's look at these peas. I've got some yellow squash in here. It's not coming up yet. And then here's this pretty pea plant. So this is going to put out the peas. And this one's actually looking the best of all of them that I have. So I have been eating some though. There's one. Let's go eat that one. Alright, so this is tiny. I should let it get a little bigger, but you know what? Super delicious. Reminds me of being a kid.
Hello.
What are you eating?
Egg yolk.
Yummy.
I was about to come ask you if I could throw it at a wall because it was leaking egg juice. But then it was boiled, so I just ate the yolk.
Okay, whatever. So these are the 4 rows of potatoes. And if you've seen previous videos, you'll know, but I'll just tell you, these are store-bought seed potatoes, Yukon Gold. These are Yukon Gold that I sprouted from my own potatoes that I bought organic at the store. And these were planted about 2 weeks before the other, so let's just get down low and look at them. So they're both looking really good. I came in and put dirt all around them. Last year when I grew potatoes, I used a lot of straw to hill them, and I think that let the light in. So this year I've piled the dirt on top. So they're looking really good. I'm excited about having a lot of potatoes. And I'll show you real quick what happens if you let a microgreen grow. It's not a microgreen anymore. Look at that. So I've still been coming out and harvesting this for smoothies too. I don't even know what it is, but it's healthy. Looks like we've got a potato down over here. I don't know what happened to that one. The rest of them are looking really healthy. They're starting to put out flowers. So make sure to stay tuned for the potato harvest experiment. And that's pretty much it for this garden. I'll take you to the strawberry garden. I wanted to include, I'm experimenting with lettuce in a bus tub with holes in the bottom, and beetroot, microgreens, and also some more of this regular Bloomsdale spinach. Trying to keep it out of the heat so that I can grow it in the summer here in Louisiana. So yeah, just checking on everything. Here's the bamboo. It's doing pretty cool. I got a tomato in a big old pot right here. Hopefully some peppers are going to come up around it. And then over here I've got 3 tomatoes in the ground. 1, 2, 3. They were in pots, but see, like this one is the only one left and it's got ants in it. So I left it because if they're gonna, they might as well just stay. Oh, I don't see them now, but the tomato looks okay. Then I've got this huge collard green and it's going to seed. So that's cool. And all this cilantro is going to seed. So that's cool. And got a little kale in the ground over here. I did plant some Malabar spinach over here. So I think I'm seeing this is the red Malabar spinach right here. So it's got something to climb up to reach onto this fence. And I've heard that it just takes over. Alright, and then I got red onions over here. And then all of this is just the strawberry patch. So that's pretty much the tour. That's my giant rosemary. Let's go get a whiff of that. Thanks for joining me on the tour. Be patient with your garden. Delicious. And make sure to check out my other videos. I've got a video about how I use beer traps for slugs, and then I'm also using this cardboard now to protect my strawberries. It looks like somebody got a bite of that one. So again, I appreciate you watching. Tell me in the comments, how is your garden growing? And I'm gonna get out here and pick some of these strawberries. I've been picking every day, so that's been really nice. And I hope life's treating you well, and have a great day. Keep growing. Catch you in the next one. Bye.